Over on the Horsemen side, we've got two AMX 1390s, one AU251, two T54 lightweights, one T49 and a T37. Over on the Charlotte Tiger side, though, the attacking side, they've got themselves four T54 lightweights, one T49, one T37 and that RU251. So let's go ahead and I think roll out with them potentially. We can see this T49 here from Charlotte Tiger actually might get spotted out early on. Some shots getting directed at him, but Horsemen is going to be able to respond fairly quickly. And a T49 certainly not the kind of tank that you want to get on the wrong end of. So I think we're going to be seeing Feluso poking that one a little bit more cautiously next time he rounds that corner. So Horsemen set up in a fairly good defensive position at the moment. Charlotte Tiger, in the meantime, they've got themselves a fairly nice looking lineup. I really like that those four T54s that they've taken into battle here. And right now we've just got this T49 right up on top, defending out with Horseman's own T49 actually poking over. It looks like he might be trying to get a shot across, and he does manage to get it, but he loses out on that trade. And I'm not even sure if he managed to get his shot off, but either way, we can see Horsemen's T49, he's in a lot of trouble. He missed his shot. He's trying to bail out. One more shot's all it's going to take, and he actually dodges another one there, so he is staying alive pretty professionally, but he does manage to finally go down right there. So you've got the rest of the T54 lightweights coming in for Charlotte Tiger right here, and we're going to be closing in on the defending Horsemen. So Feluso taking down Renault JP's RU251 right there. You can see some more shots coming out of these T54s. Colin 1120 not be too long for this world. There we go, gets taken down by Pitt in his T54 lightweight. So right now we're going to be seeing this T54 just coming over the hill. It's not looking too good for the Horsemen in this first match of the best of 5 right here. So taking some defensive positions in the town may work out for them, but oh, beautiful shooting there from Mudam on the Charlotte Tiger side, and they've decided to get the cap happening on that 2 flag as well. So really, Horsemen, they are stretched thin, I should say. Mudam in a little bit of trouble right here, or maybe soon. He's got Polly to back him up. The turret actually ricocheting a shot there, so going to be pretty happy about that one. 32 seconds left until the flag is capped up. Look at what these guys have to move through to actually get towards the flag, and they've got to move through it within 25 seconds unless they can get a reset on the flag as well, and I'm not too sure if that's going to happen. They're moving right now, so these T54s are going to let loose on the attacking Horsemen, who are now falling back to the flag that they need to defend. Look at this, that T54 lightweight Archon 01 does manage to take one before he goes down, but Polly takes him out right after that. So that's going to be Polly a little bit of trouble himself, actually down to 20% HP, actually gets dropped there. They need to take out this his last couple of tanks.
One of our tracks is damaged.
We can see a track shot there. Feluso in a little bit of trouble as well. Oh, Madame getting some nice ricochets there, but he needs to get one more shot. Needs to hit Flying Unicorn there as Pitt takes down Feluso. One more shot's all it's going to take for either of these guys to take each other out. There we go. The AMX 1390 though, Gorilla in a little bit of trouble. 2 more shots is all it's going to take for him to go down, but we've got 26 seconds left on the cap. Here we are. Flying Unicorns is going to be taken out by Mudam. There we are. Akio V is going to get into a fight with the AMX 1390. The last one left there, that's going to be Gorilla. And one more shot. There we have it. Takes him out. So the first map in this best of 3 goes over to Charlotte Tiger. There we go. So let's go ahead and update our scoreboards there. Okay, so we've got Feluso up the top there, 2.1k damage. Mudam 2.2k over on the Charlotte Tiger side. Archon 01, 1.4 on Horsemen, and there we go, Akio V with 1.6k. So Not looking too good for Horsemen coming into this second one. I mean, that's 3 tier 8s left, so you probably want a bit of a closer margin than that, I'd say. So, here we go. Same role, of course. We will be seeing these guys in the same attack and defense roles at the moment. Okay. There we go, and just like that, abracadabra, we've even increased the stream bitrate to a little bit higher. It seems to be fairly stable today. So let's bump it up a little bit for the final. Right now, though, the picks coming out, we've got four 54 LTs coming out for Polly's team. So for the guys over in... Where's Polly? I can't see him in the trading room anywhere, but I'm sure he's hiding around the place. There he is. So yes, over on Charlotte Tiger. So it looks like we're going to be seeing a fairly similar standard lineup for both of these teams at the moment. Already we've seen Horsemen picking up 2 of their own 54 LTs. Just deciding on what they're going to be taking next, whether it's going to be the same. So waiting for them. And I think they'll light up. I mean, it probably would have worked. Maybe see that push, that push from Charlotte Tiger might have been a little bit unexpected onto the Horsemen. So I'll have to wait and see. But right now, 2 1390s is the order of the day there for Faluso. For the Horsemen, Polly going to be picking a T37 and an AU251. Faluso responding with, well, the exact same, a T37 and an AU251. And just to round things out, we've got 2 T49s with the derp cannons on them as well. So to end up the lineup. And it looks like everyone is ready. Let the guys know that I'm ready in chat, and we should be ready to get this one underway fairly shortly here on Cliff. Of course, in this best of 5 map, both teams start out playing 2 of whatever side they're on. So we're seeing Charlotte Tiger attack twice before we switch it around, and the Horsemen then attack twice. And if we get to go to a 5th map, then we will be seeing a map pick coming in. Alrighty. So here we go, just making sure everyone is ready at the moment, and then we should be getting this one underway. There we go. Alrighty, so T54 lightweight as well, locked in there by Faluso. He's ready, and the game is starting here on Cliff. So I'm going to be rolling out once again with the guys from Horsemen. Again on the defensive side. They haven't really changed things up much at all from the looks of things this round either. So I'll have to wait and see. But right now, 15 seconds left before this round starts. And I think we're going to be seeing some very similar play to what we saw last round, to be honest. I mean, Charlotte Tiger obviously worked for them. Why fix it if it's not broken? With the only difference really being that the Horsemen might kind of suspected this round, obviously. So let's go ahead and take a look and see what these guys are doing. Already the Horsemen just rolling up the standard hill there. They've sent their T37 out towards that one line. He's going to encounter some resistance fairly early on, in fact, because we've actually got 4 members of Charlotte Tiger pushing down that one line. That T37 already in a lot of trouble, but Charlotte Tiger not going to worry about that one as they come up the hill here. And we've got them taking the middle hill fairly early on. So again, it is looking like almost a bit of a repeat of what we saw last round. Dead even at the moment. So here we've got the T54s from Charlotte Tiger. Just seeing if they can poke out. This one is Polly. Seeing if he can get a few shots across over towards that central hill there. Can't quite yet, but looks like he is going to be able to try and see if he can find a tank where he can. So obviously those tanks on the hill very well guarded by rocks, which is part of the reason why we do see that hill utilised so often here on Cliff. But right now, no crazy pushes like we saw last round. So just flicking around the place as well. We've got T49 there, none. He's going to be getting a few shots across. He's actually reloading now as well. So, going to be getting that happening. Some more shots coming in towards him here. Not taking any damage yet. So, right now, nothing too crazy. Everyone's still just going for pot shots here and there, trying to weaken the opposing team's tanks. The T49 there, though, that's going to be Highway Minna going down. Taken down there fairly handily by Feluso, as the base cap has actually started up. So these T54 lightweights are actually pushing in right now. The RU251 here, Colin 1120, doing a good job, but in a little bit of trouble from behind him, taking some shots. So let's go ahead and stay on board with him as he gets chased down by Pitt in his own T54 lightweight. So as that base cap is happening as well. So we've got King of Sidonia gets taken out there. Pitt taking the kill. Feluso takes down Polly. And we've got another one going down. So right now 2 tanks on either side have gone down so far. But we're seeing Charlotte Tiger push right on towards that 1 flag now. And at the moment, the AMX 1390 here, I see Flying Unicorn. See if he can get a few shots across. Can't quite do it yet. But it's going to be Akio V there with his own T54 lightweight in a little bit of trouble. So things have kind of cooled down a little bit here. We're 3 minutes and 45 seconds away from the round ending up, but it looks like these guys from Horsemen are going to be seeing if they can get themselves into some nice positions. There we go. Mudam takes a shot from IC Flying Unicorns. Manages to take down Gorilla though, as they're actually pushing around the side. They're going to find some resistance there. I think Mudam missed one. That's the T49 with a shot of 800. Taking down Mudam. There we go. And it's all reading in the Horsemen's favour right now. They've got 4 tanks left. Over on the Charlotte Tiger side, only 2. One being that Tier 6 T37. And I don't think the T54 is going to be able to take down the rest of Horsemen. So again, it's looking like Horsemen here on the attack reacted nicely this round, and they're going to be able to take out the win. There we go. Alrighty, so let's go ahead and take a little look at the post-battle report. There we are. We can see that those T54s really did work that game. T49 as well of none. Managed to rack up 1.3k damage, which is fairly impressive. I see Flying Unicorns as well with 1.3. Over on the other side though, on Charlotte Tiger, Akio managed to get 1.5, Mudam 1.3, Pitt 1.2. So there we have it. Now let's go ahead and take a look at whether these guys are going to want to swap things up a little bit now at all. Now that we've got 1 round under each respective belt, so to say. And it is going to be Charlotte Tiger's pick first here. Alrighty, so let's go ahead. I'm probably going to be expecting very similar sort of lineup. Maybe Charlotte Tiger won't be taking the T54 LT, won't be taking 4 T54 LTs. So not looking like it at the moment, but let's go ahead and wait. Right now we've got some tank picks coming in already. Yes, 54 LTs, 54 LT, 54 LT, 54 LT times 4 for Polly right there. So I tell a lie, they did manage to pick up 4 again. Obviously really favouring those ones. Feluso as well managed to get himself one. So, got to be pretty happy with that one. And Polly there, 54 LT, 54 LT, T37 and an RU251. So fairly standard picks. I'm not even sure if we're going to be seeing anything change in this round of tank picks here either for Cliff. So it could very well just be that. But obviously we can see it's a very closely matched battle between these two teams here. So both of these guys really going to be wanting to come out with the stops on this one before they swap side, or now that they've swapped sides. So be interesting to see how well Charlotte Tiger, because their attacking strategy almost felt, I mean, they sort of went into the correct positions for a defense here on Cliff. So have to wait and see whether that's what they decide to do again. But right now I think we just about have all of the tank picks coming in, looking almost identical. Maybe even is identical to the last couple of rounds there. And once we get those picks finalised, we should be able to start this one up. And take a look and see. In the meantime, of course, we can see. Let's take a look at the bracket. So to get here, Charlotte Tiger. If we take a look at those. Okay, so Charlotte Tiger came through the bottom half of the brackets. First up, they took down their compatriots B Gaming. Then proceeded into the quarterfinals, where we saw them take on the Super Noobs and take them down. Then in the semis, they took down the Immortals. Now that we're in the grand final, doing battle against the Horsemen, who got a bye in their first round, took it out against the Rat Pack in the quarters, and like we saw, they won against Team Efficiency in the semi-finals. So there we go. Okay, so it looks like right now Charlotte Tiger actually, we're not starting this one just yet. They might want to change a player at the moment. So just seeing if we can get that happening. Okay, so it looks like, yep. Okay, so we are going to be getting the player swap coming in. Of course, tank picks are going to be the same. Okay, there we go. So we've got the swap that's just happened there. And remember, guys, in the meantime, you can always, while we're having this bit of a break in the action, check out at ESLWOT, all one word, on Twitter. Give them a follow to be notified whenever any other esports World of Tanks action related to ESL is happening. So. Alrighty, so it looks like we're going to be getting this one started very, very shortly. And yes, and Ghost Tog in the chat there. Ghost Tog in the chat there, just asking, are they going to be changing the map? Well, the way the best of 5 in the grand final here works is that both of these teams, they play two matches on each of the attacking and defending sides. So a total of 4 matches on the map before we swap over to a 5th deciding map. Right now, though, we're going to be getting this one underway. And I'm going to be rolling out once again with the guys from Horsemen. So here we go. We've got 5 seconds left before we start this one out. And again, let's take a quick run through of the lineups. We've got over on the Horsemen side, 2 AMX 1390s, 1 RU251, T54 LTs, 2 of those, T49 is being driven by none, and the T37 being piloted by Knight of Sidonia Tommy, or just maybe Tommy for short. Over on the other side there, over on Charlotte Tiger, they've got an AU251, 4 T54 LTs, 1 T49, and that T37. So very similar lineups here. The AMX 1390 is really the only difference that Horsemen have decided to go for instead. And we're going to be seeing some early action from the looks of things. Both teams meeting right in the middle of the map. Some shots coming out already. I see Flying Unicorns there doing some work, and look at that. That is going to be him taking some shots and dealing them right back. So that's going to be Gorilla taking down Polly early on. So we've got that T54 LT doing some good work as well. Alrighty, and look at that. Those shots coming across thick and fast from both of these teams, and flicking over now to Highwamina on that T49. He's just managed to pick himself up a kill onto None as Pitt takes down Colin 1120 there. And it's looking like right now fairly even between both Horsemen and Charlotte Tiger. They're getting right into the thick of it. Shino Zakat takes down one though. There's T54 LT going to be getting some shots across as well. Shino Zakat takes down another, and Gorilla is the last man standing for the Horsemen here in his AMX 1390 on 383 HP. There we go. Gets taken down by Shino Zakat. Great bit of play there from Charlotte Tiger, taking out that third match in style. So that's going to put them one above the Horsemen. If Charlotte Tiger takes down one more, then that is going to be the match for Charlotte Tiger here in the grand final. So taking a look now at the team score, we had IC Flying Unicorns, AMX 1390 on 1.3k damage. Shino Zakat with his T54 LT over on the other side. Charlotte Tiger with 1.8. So definitely putting the hurt on the board there for Charlotte Tiger. And again, I really don't think there was much, too much strategy into that one. I think it was just a matter of shooting Charlotte Tiger. They were able to get those T54s in some good positions early on, and from there they just won those firefights. So that was a very quick one. Alrighty, so it looks like we will be ready. Okay, makes for very fast rounds, exactly for Tatus. Okay, and be interesting to see whether these guys decide to swap out the tanks again, or whether we get another picking process into the mix. Of course, like we saw, everyone seems to be taking the exact same tanks every round, but who knows, that may change. Alrighty, so Faluso there saying that it is Charlotte Tiger's pick, so going to be seeing what they take into battle here. And I'd say, I mean, obviously it is Cliff, so Cliff, of course, you really only want to be taking those light tanks, but with that being said, I think they could throw a bit of team efficiency into the mix here, and maybe take a few T69s, the medium American auto loader. I think the T69 is probably fast enough for this map, but obviously does have that slightly higher profile and not quite as quick as some of the light tanks as well. And the penetration of the T69 gun is well and truly enough, but that may be why. But right now we're getting the picks. Surprise, surprise, two 54 LTs coming out from both teams as their first picks this map. So going to be seeing those. And next up, I'll probably, yep, there we go. I was about to say, probably put my bets on another couple of 54 LTs, and we've got those coming out. So RU251 and a T37 next up for Faluso. got next? So I mean, obviously that, yep. U251 and T37, so the exact same. Nothing too crazy coming out there from Polly for Charlotte Tiger. So probably going to be seeing, we've already got two, I'm probably going to be seeing two, yep, 1390s coming out next. T49, yep, and another T49. Yep, there we go. So whole sometimes you've got to wonder why these teams go through the picking process, particularly when they're going to be picking the exact same tanks. But there you go. Alrighty, so let the guys know that I am ready, and I think we should be ready to go. In this one, of course, it is all down to the Horsemen again. They're going to need to take down Charlotte Tiger right now, or get eliminated here from the grand final. So it's great to see the fast rounds coming out though. Coming out, and Safeguards are suggesting that maybe a few new rules should be put in to potentially kind of balance it out a little bit. And Tatus 3D saying that light tanks in public battles, of course, are always generally rated a lot higher than their equivalent tier that they get put into, so maybe something to consider. But right now, getting the battle started, 15 seconds left on the clock here before we get this one underway. We'll be rolling out once again with the guys from the Horsemen, seeing what they do, and to be perfectly honest, we've got the exact same tank picks, got the same members in all the tanks, so I'm probably expecting the exact same thing to happen right now. Both of these teams going to be moving towards that middle cliff area. Already a bit of friendly damage there for Lusaki, knocking into IC Flying Unicorn. Whoop. Oh, that's not a good sign there. Looks like we have got Akio V moving. Yeah. He's looking fine at the moment, so I'm not too sure what exactly is happening for the rest of both players. Maybe a bit of server lag, perhaps. It's looking like, or something like that. We're certainly not experiencing any issues with the stream at the moment. Everything's looking green on this end, so could very well be that. So I'm really not sure at all what's happening. This never had this before. So they still seem to be looking around. So yeah, it does seem to be a potentially a server issue then in that case. Let's go ahead and maybe see if we can ask the guys and get an update onto what's happening. Alrighty guys, what we might do while we're having this little issue is jump off to a short little break. We'll be back very soon. Alrighty guys, here we are jumping right back into the game. Had a bit of a technical issue there which has now been resolved. Teams are on a new server right now and are just about to get this match started again. Hopefully this one will be good, and it's looking like it is right now. Teams rolling off the bat fairly normally. So let's go ahead and check out what they're doing. Again, like we were saying last round, expecting them to go for that that central island push once again. We'll have to wait and see. So right now, both of these teams heading right towards that one. We've got one scout tank from each side. The T-37's heading down that one line again. So what we're seeing here is a very typical strategy here on Cliff. Now remember, if Charlotte Tiger win this one, then they win the grand final. I'm going to be rolling out with Horsemen here, as looks like Charlotte Tiger, though, they're actually getting some early shots across. They've got this T-49 up here as well. See if he can get his Tier 8 derp cannon on towards the enemy team. Look at that, already some kills coming out. That's going to be Shino Zakat taking down Gorilla and his AMX 1390. And some shots coming across again onto Nunn on his T-49. I don't think that derp just hit anyone yet from Hoamina, but was a pretty good shot. Another T-49 shot missing. That is a costly miss coming out there from Nunn. So it looks like Horsemen have responded pretty well to the damage on Charlotte Tiger at the moment. Getting some nice damage put right back onto them again. The T-49, I think that one missed. The RU-251 though is on 30 health. Renault JP takes him out. There we go. And back over here, we've got the AMX 1390 here, Flying Unicorn onto 13 HP, 1% is all he's on. He just needs one more shot to take him out. That's going to be Renault JP's. Renault JP, man, on fire at the moment, as we can see Accio V coming in with his T-37, and it is reading all Charlotte Tiger right now. Only 2 tanks left for the Horsemen. They do manage to take down Renault JP though in his RU-251, though that is Shinozaki taking down Archon's T-54 LT. Only 1 tank left for the Horsemen, and he's going to be made short work of by Hiwamina's T-49. Look at that, with 4 tanks to spare, Charlotte Tiger win it out in style. There we have it. Well played. GG's to Charlotte Tiger with 1.6k damage out the top for them. 1.5, 1.3 right after that. Some big scores there as well. So, Faluso up the top there of the Horseman squad though. Did manage to score himself 1.4k damage. But yeah, that's all said and done now. So Charlotte Tiger are the champions, the winners of this Go4WoT Asia Cup number 3, taking it out in 4 maps there on Cliff. So they've got to be pretty happy with that, of course, taking home the first place prize as well. So there we go. And Polinchenko calling it in chat there, saying Horsemen will lose. So good call there. And that is going to be it. So guys, thanks a lot for watching. It's been a pretty fun day of tanks. we've seen Charlotte Tugger again. I think last week they were actually up to the grand final as well. Can't quite remember if they took. I don't think they took it out from memory, but either way, Charlotte Tugger definitely the team to beat here in the ESL Asia Go4WoT. But for now though, I've been GoGoGadget at GoGoGadgetCasts. Thanks a lot for tuning in, and we'll see you next week.